My name is spelled M-C-G-I-N-N-I-S, and Spencer.
S-P-E-N-C-E-R.
Okay, is everybody ready?
No, shoot, give me just a second. We have signal problems in here.
Yeah, we understand that. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon. This morning at approximately 7:20 a.m., the Conroe Police Dispatch received a call from Texas Prisoners Transport Services advising of an escapee from their transport van. The escapee, identified as Cedric Joseph Marks, he's a black male with a date of birth of 7/15/74, was able to elude custody when the transport van stopped at McDonald's at 801 North Loop 336 West. Marks escaped on foot and in an eastern direction. Marks was in transport from Grand Rapids, Michigan, after being captured by the U.S. Marshals for a warrant for burglary of a habitation with intent to commit another felony. The Texas Prisoner Transport Services was en route to Bell County at the time of their stop. Marks also has warrants for the murders of Michael Swearingin, age 32, and Jenna Scott, age 28, in an investigation that began in Temple, Texas in January of 2019. The Conroe Police Department and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office are working in conjunction with multiple state and local agencies to apprehend this suspect. We have air support, K-9 tracking dogs from TDCJ, and multiple ground units searching the area. Our primary concern is for the safety of our community. We have sent notifications to our citizens through multiple sources, including emergency notification systems, the media, and social media. We urge our citizens to allow law enforcement to conduct this investigation and do not attempt to assist or search for Cedric Marks. He should be considered dangerous. If seen, do not attempt to make contact with Marks. Contact 911 immediately. As an abundance of caution, we urge those citizens in the north area of Conroe between 105 and North Loop 336 to stay indoors and or avoid the area. The circumstances surrounding the escapee or this escape are currently under investigation, including interviews with the transport company and other inmates on the transport van. We appreciate the assistance and understanding of the public in this fluid and very serious situation. We will continue to keep our citizens updated through social media and our media partners. Are there any questions at this time?
Can you repeat again who needs to stay indoors? Who are you advising to stay inside?
We were just advising citizens who live in the area between 105 and the North Loop on both sides of 45 just to stay indoors if they can.
Can you tell us how many other people were on the transport van with them?
There were 2 guards or employees from the transport van and a total of 10 prisoners and 1 escapee, so we have 9 additional inmates on the van.
So was he being supervised when he escaped, or had the whoever these contractors are, they gone inside the restaurant? What are the details?
We are currently conducting an investigation regarding all that situation. So I can just say right now that's under investigation. We do believe there was 1 still in the van or near the van.
Is he wearing restraints to your knowledge right now, or was he able to escape them?
That's still under investigation. We do not believe there's any kind of hand restraints.
Okay, so if anyone sees anybody out there, they wouldn't expect that he would have any type of restraint on him, or
not necessarily, but again, that's still under investigation. We don't have a good answer for that yet. Anything else?
Have y'all gotten any tips on, has anybody called in and reported him anywhere? Is y'all getting anything?
Yeah, we've had lots of tips come in from different sources through either social media or through the radio, and obviously we're going to check each one of those. We just ask the public to be vigilant. To report those are definitely through 911, not through social media. That is not the place for those to be reported. Report those through your local law enforcement agency, not through social media.
One other question about logistics that I was asked earlier. So he was being driven from Grand Rapids, Michigan, all the way down here to Conroe, through Conroe?
That is correct.
Okay.
He was in transport. He was captured in Michigan, and he was being transported here to Texas, to Bell County, to answer for the burglary warrant that he had. He now has the warrants for the 2 murders that I mentioned.
Got it.
Just kind of explain the prisoner transport, how they work. I mean, they just kind of jump jail to jail, right?
Well, this is a prison transport company, so I think a better person to ask that would be that particular transport company. They do pick up prisoners and transport them to many locations, so they may drop one here and pick up another one someplace else, but they were actually coming, they had stopped in Louisiana, and were coming from Louisiana, so they from Michigan to Louisiana, and then through Conroe on the way to Bell County.
What's the name of the transport company?
The name of the transport company is Texas Prisoner Transport Services.
So would you call this an extradition? He was being extradited to Texas?
Yes, to stand trial for the burglary, that's correct, yes.
Okay. Just because in the past in these U.S. Marshal extraditions are usually flown from out of state, this was different.
This wasn't a federal, this was a state
Oh,
warrant.
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
That was and it was a decision made, in Bell County.
Sure, gotcha.
To ask that.
So you said that it was reported to y'all at 7:20. When did they say it occurred?
We believe it occurred sometime before, obviously before that, a few minutes before that. That's part of our investigation as to exactly when the escape occurred and how long it took to contact us. But the Conroe Police Department, by the time we were notified and made the scene, he was nowhere near the scene.
But as far as you know right now, you were almost immediately alerted to this?
That's still under investigation. Is there anything else? Okay, we'll keep you guys updated as we go, primarily through our social media. I know there are a lot of media sources from Central Texas who wanted to be involved in the press conference, so we may have another one, or if we have any major information about the case, we'll let you guys know, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
last name is spelled for me, please?
My name's Darwin Lopez.
And spell it?
DARWINLOPEC.
Well, did you know that there was someone hiding? What was going on? What happened?
I never knew somebody was hiding, so I just checked from Facebook that somebody escaped from the prison, and pretty much they was searching over here on the Loop 336, and I saw a bunch of police. I see undercovers and everything, so I don't know what happened, but then I think he was over here somewhere hiding.
Your neighbor next door, you know that person?
I don't know my neighbor too well, but well, we talk a little bit and just say hi and everything. And pretty much, whenever I went to the backyard, I saw something like the fence was break, but I never knew somebody was gonna hide in the neighbor house.
Is that where he was in the backyard?
Yeah, in the backyard.
And at what point did you come outside to see what everything was happening?
I came like probably like 10 minutes ago. Like when everything happened, I heard everybody running, police running and screaming and everything.
What were they saying?
They were saying, "Hey, stop, resisting." And pretty much like my sister, she was over there in the room, and she heard some noises whenever they got him.
Did you see him?
I seen him when they grabbed him and put the handcuffs and everything.
What was he wearing?
He was wearing orange jumpsuit.
Just the pants, or was he wearing a top?
He was wearing a jacket, like an old jacket. I don't know.
How does it make you feel to know that they found a man who's wanted for murder in the neighbor's yard?
Well, pretty much for me, it's kind of a little bit scary because you never know when it's gonna happen, all that. But you gotta be safe in the neighborhood and check out for the neighbors and everything for the neighborhood. And if you see something, just call the police.
What do you think about the job police did today?
They did a good job, and I know they deserve it because they ain't eat nothing because they was working hard and finding the person.
Your neighbor, do you know if they were home, if they're okay?
I don't know if they were okay or everything because whenever that happened, whenever the cars and trucks pulled over, they came over here, and I saw my neighbor.
Okay.
Anything else you want to add?
No, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
You ready?
Just a second.
My name is Jeff Christie. I'm the Chief of Police with the Conroe Police Department. As you are all aware, at 7:20 this morning, the Conroe Police Department received a call of an escaped prisoner in the 800 block of North Loop 336 West. Texas Prisoner Transport Services was transporting a group of prisoners from various locations across the country. There were 2 guards and 10 prisoners in the van. They stopped at the McDonald's on the North Loop to feed the prisoners, and at that time, Cedric Joseph Marks was able to escape the van and fled south of that location. A perimeter was set up by the Conroe Police and a search conducted utilizing K-9 officers and law enforcement from multiple agencies. After an extensive K-9 search, new video surveillance emerged, and law enforcement regrouped and began a grid search of the original location. The suspect was located in the 1000 block of Windswept, hiding in a trash can. The suspect surrendered without incident and is in custody and being interviewed at this time. Currently, the circumstances surrounding Mark's escape are still under investigation. Once the investigation is complete, the findings will be presented to the Montgomery County District Attorney's Office for potential charges. The Conroe Police Department would like to thank the many law enforcement agencies who came out and assisted in this investigation. Those agencies included the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, the U.S. Marshals, the Gulf Coast Task Force, Texas Department of Public Safety, CID, the Texas Rangers, the Texas Highway Patrol, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the Harris County Sheriff's Office, Harris County Precinct 3 Constable, Harris County Precinct 4 Constable, Texas Department of Criminal Justice K-9 Division, Montgomery County Precinct 2 Constable's Office, the Conroe Fire Marshal's Office, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, Homeland Security, ICE, and the Splendora Police Department. And at this time, we'll take any questions if you have.
That transport company, those two guards, will they be investigated at all, considering he was able to remove the shackles while on the van, while one of the guards was on the van as well?
Yes, all the prisoners in the van are being interviewed, the guards are being interviewed, and the suspect that escaped is being interviewed.
There was a guard in the van when he escaped, correct?
Correct.
Can you describe the type of restraints that were on the suspect?
When he escaped,
Yes.
he had leg restraints, hand restraints, and a belly restraint that attaches the three together. It is unknown at this time how many of those were connected when he escaped, or how he was able to remove any of those, if so.
In the initial post, Montgomery County said that there were 3 pending murder charges that he was facing, and then mentioned that 2 of those were for Jenna Scott and for Michael Swearingin. Who was the third for?
I don't have any information on the charges that he had. I just know that he has, he's in custody, and that he has warrants for capital murder pending.
For three murders?
2.
2? Okay.
How pivotal was that surveillance video in helping you guys kind of zone in or hone in on this location where he was found?
We received a lot of information from the community. The community gave a lot of great support. Some of the information that we got was not correct, led us in different directions, such as he changed clothes, he was wearing something different. He was not. He was still wearing the clothing he was wearing when he escaped. So the video was very important to allowing us to know what he was wearing. He was still in the area, that he was not able to leave our perimeter.
Now we understand the homeowner kind of asked investigators to sweep his home before he went inside because he was concerned. Was it the blood hound that they brought over there that actually detected marks through the fence and in the garbage can?
Simultaneously, we had officers rechecking the area in grid searches, and those officers, as they approached the resident said, "Hey, I just got home, can you check my residence?" At the same time, the TDCJ K-9 was headed toward that residence, and about simultaneously they arrived at that residence.
So do you think that he had been there all day, or had he been moving around?
I believe that he'd been there all day.
And does it appear that he hopped over the fence, or what exactly did he do?
I don't have that information, but
Do you think he knew anyone at that location?
no.
Does it appear that he attempted to contact any other individuals since his escape?
It does not appear so. It appears that he left the McDonald's in the 800 block, and he went to the 1000 block, and that's where he was all day.
And where exactly did you find him?
In the 1000 block of Windswept, in the backyard, in a trash can.
He was in a backyard that it was like right outside the house?
It was in the back of the house.
Where is he now? Is he on the way to Bell County, or will he be with?
He's being interviewed at this time.
Have any of the other prisoners said how he got out? What have they said?
They're currently being interviewed by our detectives.
Do you guys have any preliminary idea of how he got out?
No.
Around what time was he caught?
A little before 5.
That's about right.
It was 4:40.
Yeah, before. That's about right.
And so what's the next step in getting him to Bell County? Obviously, this particular route he was taking with the transport company ended this way. What's the next step for you guys?
He will probably be housed in the Montgomery County Jail until transport arrangements can be made.
Can you talk a little bit about the transport company? How big are they? Are they widely used in Texas? Or is it a super private, small company?
I have no information on that company. I know that they came across the nation with the prisoners.
How long have y'all had that company in service?
I know nothing about that company. We don't use transport service.
When Marks was arrested, what was his reaction?
He threw his hands up as far as he could and surrendered.
Like, what was his demeanor like?
Say worn out.
Yeah.
He was
very
wore out.
tired. I think he was squatting in a 55-gallon trash can all day. So
Did he
was
appear
pretty
that
tired.
he was hurt or anything like that, or?
What was he being transported for?
Burglary of habitation, warrant out of Bell County.
Now you said he was wearing different clothing. What exactly was he wearing?
No, he was wearing the same clothing he was wearing when he escaped.
Okay.
So this guy's
The-
wanted for murder, and I mean, he was taken into custody, no
I'm extremely excited, and I'm really excited for all the assistance that we've received from other law enforcement agencies across South Texas. I mean, it wasn't just this county, it was surrounding counties as well.
Talking about I guess two things, the warrants that he had, were they all out of the Temple Police Department, or were some of the warrants out of a different agency?
Those warrants are being through Bell County, through the Rangers, Texas Rangers.
All of them through the Texas Rangers, or was one
the
of
two murder warrants?
The two murder warrants from the Texas Rangers? Yes. And what precautions did you have to take with the information you had of how dangerous this guy was?
I believe we take the same precautions whether we know they're violent or whether they're not violent. We want to protect our staff, we want to protect the public. We use the same precautions that we normally would.
Was there something that you particularly stuck out that you, I mean, in the other conference it said he was dangerous. What was dangerous about him that you guys were worried you were going to have to contend with?
Well, the fact that he was wanted for homicide and the fact that he was reported to be an MMA fighter of some type.
Did he put up any kind of fight when you guys came in?
He surrendered without incident.
So can you confirm again that he wanted for only 2 murders with a Temple couple and not 3, like his vision said?
The only warrants that I'm aware of are 2 warrants.
How critical was it that you captured him before dark?
It was very critical. It would have made operations a lot more difficult in the nighttime.
So, any kind of a transport, is it customary to have only 2 guards with 10 inmates?
I can't speak to that. We don't do transports.
And how many agencies would you say helped out in this entire manhunt?
I believe there were 17, I believe, including the Conroe Police Department. Anything else?
Is there anything else like we need to know? Anything else that happened that was noteworthy?
How long do you guys think he'll be here in Conroe, Montgomery County?
I'm not sure.
Can you describe again just all the different assets that you had to have up to the end of this search?
Well, the most important asset we had were the boots on the ground, the police officers that were out there. The Texas Department of Criminal Justice sent their K-9 team up here, and they were a great asset to have. Every one of these agencies brought assets of their own, and again, I can't thank them enough for all the support and all the manpower that they sent to help us with this.
And last, are you aware if that transport agency knew that he was wanted for murder?
I'm not sure what they knew.
Okay.
Last question.
I just have one more question. You said it was Texas Prison Transport Services. Is that the actual name of the transport company?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the information I'm receiving.
Okay.
Thank you all very much. We appreciate it. Thank you.